What's up, everybody? About to work on a little driveline project. Just got a Driveshaft shop, carbon fiber drive shaft for the 05 through 09 Mustang GT. And this bad boy right here is a single piece drive shaft compared to the two piece with the CV joint or whatever in the middle. And what this is going to do is it's going to reduce your rotating mass, less weight. It's literally about half the weight of your stock drive shaft. So that's less weight slowing down your engine, and it should reduce your vibrations. It's sturdier, stronger. It's rated up to over 9,500 RPMs. It's about 900 plus horsepower, which is more than I'm going to ever need. So, as you see, it came with the hardware kit. These are the, you want to check and see, make sure you have everything. These are the hex bolts. I think this is for the differential pinion flange. And then these are for your transmission. It looks like they gave me extra. I'm not sure. I'll check it out when I get the old one. This is the adapter plate. This is going to go on behind the pinion flange on the drive shaft, if I remember right. It's the first time I've ever done this. You're going to need to use some thread locker on the bolts, because this is one thing you don't ever want your bolts to come loose on. You're going to need a 3/8 drive, probably some extensions. Use that. You're going to need a torque wrench because you're going to have to torque these bolts. Probably going to need this, and I'm also going to need a pry bar, which I'll get out in a minute. Extensions. Probably going to need a 10-inch for these bolts, or 10 millimeter. I'm sorry, 10 millimeter, and then I think a 13 millimeter. We'll find out here in a second. Let me grab my light. We'll go under here and look at the stock one. All right, now I got this situated. I don't have a lot of room under here. I'm gonna have to put the transmission in neutral. These are going to be your pinion flange bolts. As you can see, it's got the joint in the middle, and then this is your transmission flange up here. It's going to go into the back of the tranny. All right, I'm not going to have near enough room to be able to work on this and hold the camera, so what I'll do is every time I finish a step, I'll show you guys what I did, and then that way you can kind of follow through. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take this off, and this is what the 13 millimeters for. And I was hoping I would have got my short throw drive shaft, or short throw shifter. I would have been working on that. That's gonna be like right up in here. I'm gonna have to do this afterwards. But, let's see. I think there's something else I might have to take off. Oh. You can see right here is the stock safety loop right here. I don't know if that's reusable or not. I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess no on that, though. Alright. I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, I finally got the old drive shaft out. It was a bitch, let me tell you that. It was not easy. It would have been a lot easier if I had a lift and all that stuff and air tools, but you do what you can. I finally got it off. I had to put it in first gear to break them loose, and then put it in neutral and spin it and all that. So it took a little bit of time, but yeah. Anyways, as you can see, this is a single piece carbon fiber one that's going on, and man, you can definitely, after pulling the old one out, you can definitely tell the difference in weight. So this will definitely help the engine. The next step is going to be taking this adapter plate, and probably what I'll do is I'll take a bolt just so I can get this to hold in place. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put it on the flange underneath, here, and I'm gonna use the mallet and go around it and press it on. And yeah, I'll probably use a bolt to hold it in so that way it's lined up right. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That way the drive shaft will line up right, and then I'll get on the next step. Alright guys, sorry for the confusion earlier. Those bolts, the short ones, are actually for the adapter plate. Right here, as you can see. Now, they don't really give you, they just say 57 foot-pounds. I'm not sure this is for all of them, but I'm gonna go with it. And because some of the other ones were around the same. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then once I get these torqued, I will be able to stand up the new drive shaft. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push the boot down a little bit to see if I can compress it. That way it'll fit in here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and torque these down. All right, guys, I got the drive shaft in place. What I do is I use those smaller bolts, use a little bit of thread locker, and you bolt down that adapter plate that you need for this drive shaft. And you're supposed to torque them down, but unless you got a lift, I mean, there's almost no way to really have enough room. I mean, you could drop the exhaust, I guess, but other than that, there really is not, even then, there's not really enough room to really get enough room to torque them all down. But I am going to try on these outside ones. I got those snug down. I got the transmission flange bolts snug down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 of those bolts in reach, and then I'm going to put the transmission in like first gear so that way it won't spin. I'm going to try to torque those down, and then I'm going to try to torque as many of those down, and then I'm going to put it in neutral and spin it and just do it that way. But I'll get back to you guys once I'm done and wrapping this project up. I have to put the little tunnel brace back on. But other than that, that's about it. All right, I got everything torqued down as much as I can get it. Went through, double checked everything, put the tunnel brace back on. You can see I had to rotate the drive shaft around to get to all the bolts and torque them down. Now's the moment of truth. I'm gonna lower her down, and then it's time for a test drive.